Welcome to the Pre-Snap Podcast presented by LineStar, your top 5 NFL player prop picks for Week 11 here on the LineStar YouTube channel. Alongside Tyler Wiemann, I'm Shannon Sommerville. We've got some great picks for you this week. Unfortunately, last week, 2 and 3. Yuck. Ugh, the Jets, Garrett Wilson, that pick will haunt me. Sorry about that one. The Jets just failed miserably last week. I'm still a little bitter about it if you can't tell. George Kittle was just 1 yard or 2 yards shy for us in the receiving yards, and then Najee Harris was about 11 yards shy of cashing for us there. But D-Hop, that didn't help us too much. D-Hop cashed his at 56 receiving yards. And Tyler, your Alvin Kamara pick hit over 4.5 receptions. He finished with 5. You did say that was your favorite pick of the week. So maybe you got another winner for us this week. All of our picks are available: Underdog, Sleeper, Chalkboard, and Parlay Play. If you don't have those, links are below. The key is to use the promo code LineStar so you can get a nice deposit match. Plus, you can also get 1 free month of the LineStar app, which is the tool that we are using and that we'll be referencing throughout this video. You'll see some screenshots pop up of the LineStar app in action. What it does, it compares LineStar's projections to what's out there in the prop market to help you find the best values. So we'll be talking about that throughout. But if you'd like to check it out for yourself, LineStarApp.com is the place to do it. It is week 11. I'm excited about the matchups. I'm excited that we are a week away to Black Friday. So we got to make some money so we can go shopping. Are you a Black Friday guy, Tyler? Get some TVs
Not
or something?
Really.
No?
Not really.
You're Cyber Monday. I hear you.
I would be more Cyber Monday than anything.
Gotcha. I hear you. Nobody wants to contend with the Black Friday crowds, right? Are we over that?
I'm definitely not doing that. I'll probably be snowboarding on Black Friday with Olivia.
Oh, nice. All right. So
let's go
get some money for the slopes. Got to get some après ski beverage money for yourself. All right, let's get into our picks for this week. Before we do, though, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, comment below. A comment enters you into our contest. If we go 5 for 5, one randomly selected commenter will win $100. We'll announce that on next week's show. We've already given out a winner this year, so hopefully we can put together another winning entry here for week 11. Starting things off with a former Tennessee Volunteer. Dare I start the show off with a Tennessee Volunteer? I'm going to do it. I'm a Georgia Bulldog fan, by the way. Cedric Tillman, over 56.5 receiving yards. The Browns wide receiver is projected for 67.8 receiving yards on the LineStar tool, and he has been over this 56.5 mark the last 3 weeks, which kind of coincides with when Cleveland traded Amari Cooper and changed their quarterback. So there's a reason why he's seeing the volume that he is, and going up against a New Orleans Saints pass defense that ranks first in pass defense DVOA. But a lot of those metrics have to do with the fact that they had Marshawn Lattimore back there, but no longer. He is now with the Washington Commanders. So that's a huge blow to the Saints defense that had already allowed a lot of explosive plays this season. And when I looked at Tillman specifically, weeks 7 to 10, did you know, Tyler, that he actually led all receivers in contested catch rate, second in missed tackles force, 10th in PFF receiving grade, and he's got a favorable matchup, although this is volunteer on volunteer crime here. Former Tennessee Saints cornerback Alontae Taylor, his PFF coverage grade ranks 63rd. So Tillman's in a pretty good matchup against another former Volunteer here this week. I like Tillman as much as it pains me to say, knowing that Georgia's got a tough contest and not sure how this video is going to age, but I still like Tillman. It's one of my favorites, but I couldn't take him for my pick specifically, Tyler, because of, what I mentioned. What do you think here, though, for Tillman?
Well, Tillman has a great matchup. We have the Saints 31st first wide receiver. Since he's taken over as the wide receiver 1B, 1A, I don't know how you want to say it with Judy. I technically would say he is the wide receiver 1 now. He has 10.6 targets per game over the last 3, and that is with 85 yards per game. He's been crushing it. He is a focal point of this offensive passing game, and I think 56.5 is way too low for him right now.
Yeah, I mean, he's absolutely emerging kind of as a little stud for the Browns right now, and of course, they made some changes to their offense, so it's looking a little bit more palatable, I guess, from a prop perspective. All right, next up, let's go to the Packers and their running back, Josh Jacobs. We're rolling with the over here on 68.5 rush yards for Jacobs because look at LineStar's projection, 85.4. The consensus is 80. And in fact, Jacobs is averaging 84.7 going up against a Chicago Bears defense that ranks 30th in rush defense DVOA. We just saw Ramondre Stevenson. In fact, we picked Ramondre Stevenson over on rushing yards, and he delivered 74 rush yards. James Conner the week prior, 107. I definitely think Jacobs can get there. How about you, Tyler?
Yeah, I absolutely love it. We have Chicago as actually a decent defense, around average on the run, but they're still allowing 123 yards per game over the last 4. Jacobs is a beast. He's going to get the volume, and he's been consistent. That's the thing. He's consistently getting over this line. So let's go Jacobs.
All right. Next up, let's go to Falcons running back Bijan Robinson. Over 25.5 receiving yards. LineStar's projection is 30.6, consensus at 28.6. And this is a line that Robinson has crushed before. What do you think about his matchup, though, going up against a tough Broncos D?
So the Broncos are very stout versus the run, but it is actually a positive receiving matchup for Bijan Robinson. They're allowing almost 44 yards a game to the RB through the air. He's averaging 33. He's been over in 60% of the game. So I like the over here, and he's explosive enough to, do this in only a catch or 2. But I think he's going to have plenty of target share, and that's just the easiest way for the Falcons to beat this Broncos team is through the air, not on the ground.
Yeah, and I brought this up a few times on this show this year, but one of the things that was said a lot before the season even started was that they're trying to use Bijan in kind of like a CMC role. And what does CMC do? He catches passes. He's kind of like a wide receiver as well out there. So I think that they will start to utilize him. In fact, they have been. He said it 60% of the time he's been over this season. So like that pick there for
he's been over 100% of the time.
Nice. All right. Those are our top 3, but now it's time for Tyler and I to give our favorite prop bets of the week in NFL action for week 11. So Tyler, what you rolling with?
I'm going to do something weird here. I'm going with a Patriots wide receiver, but we're going over on Demario Douglas for 34.5 yards. Our LineStar projections 40.2, consensus is 39.8. Look, May is very, very solid. Douglas is averaging 6 targets per game. The Rams are allowing 151.5 receiving yards per game. 24th versus our wide receiver 1. And I think Douglas is just consistent and consistently getting over this average. So let's roll with it. I think the Lions too low in a game where I think the Patriots are likely going to have to throw a lot.
Yeah, I was just about to say that's like a huge point in this one is they're going to have to throw the ball to somebody in this matchup again, like the matchup here for Pop Douglas. For my pick, this is one for our crowd who always says we want more unders. So here's one for you guys. How about Titans running back Tony Pollard under 53.5 rushing yards? I like this one a lot because LineStar's projection is just for 46.9 for Pollard. The consensus also is under at 51.7. And Pollard's averaging 70 rush yards per game. But consider the fact that Tajay Spears is back and his snap share dropped to a season low 53.7%. And just 44 rush yards last week against the Chargers. And I think kind of over the next few weeks, he's going to face some of the toughest rush defenses in the NFL. And this week it starts with the Minnesota first rushing defense in the league right now. They rank first in rush defense DVOA. They just held Jacksonville to 56 rush yards. Jonathan Taylor the week prior was held to just 48 rushing yards. I think Tony Pollard comes in under that 53.5 rushing yards mark. Also keep in mind that this Titans offense has been pretty abysmal. They're 27th in total yards per game. One of the worst offensive lines in the league, and I think they've got a really tough test, and they could be swallowed up by this Minnesota Vikings defense in this matchup. So I'm going to roll with the under for Pollard. What do you think, Tyler?
I mean, the only one that's really been able to get much going against them lately is Kyren Williams, and it took him 23 carries. So there's got to be a lot of volume and them stay in this game for it to really happen.
And with Spears back, he last week was the more efficient runner of the two of them. So they might even give more carries to Spears in this one. So yeah, I'm pretty confident in rolling with the under and going with LineStar's projection here. So those 5, we're all going to put them on a ticket on Underdog. If you'd like to tell us, you can. But the big thing here is if we go 5 for 5, we are giving out the winnings of that entry to a randomly selected commenter. All you got to do, like this video, subscribe to the channel, comment below. You're in it to win it. That is a nice little, little cash for Black Friday, or if you're going snowboarding like Tyler. So we can get that money this week. Hopefully, if you've got any locks for us, though, that's the key. Drop them in the comments for us. You guys have been crushing it. We've got some of the sharpest commenters in the game. Really appreciate you guys helping us out, because at the end of the day, we're all just trying to help each other out and beat the books. And I guess the best way, and we've been getting a ton of comments lately on just, what's the best way to consume all of this content and all of our picks? Because also we've got an Underdog Pick'em show where we give you 5 brand new picks. So make sure to check that video out as well. But Tyler, any advice on how people should best consume the content and the picks that we're providing to them?
I mean, everybody should do a little bit of their own research on them.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say take anything as we say as gospel and just run with it. If you like a fact that we said, then, maybe dig into it, see if there's anything else you like before placing the bet. But always do a little bit of your own research when you're taking anybody's content.
Yes. And mix and match. Feel like if you really like something that we said or some rationale, dive into it a little bit more. As Tyler said, do your own research, but just kind of, and then let us know what you think in the comments. That's super important too. Not only does it help everybody else out, but it helps you out. So hopefully we can go 5 for 5 this week in week 11, give out some money next week on the show. So if we do go 5 for 5, we will announce the winner on next week's week 12 props show. So make sure to come back and tune in for that. Good luck out there in week 11. We've got a lot of great matchups on the slate for this one. So excited for week 11. We are halfway through the NFL season, which is wild. Good luck out there. We'll see you guys next time.